Before we begin, there will be some frightening scenes and some jump scares in this video, so viewer discretion is advised. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about horror movies that have traumatized me and inspired me in many ways. Now, there's no right or wrong answer that these are the greatest horror movies of all time, but if anything, they have inspired me. And if you were born around 1992, then you have probably come across these movies. I'm a big 90s kid. I love everything 90s. I'm a big horror fan as is. I have a lot of horror toys, horror posters, horror everything, horror-based mugs, you know what I mean? And I'm from LA, so in LA we have everything horror. Everything revolves around horror and spooky theme, and when Halloween comes around, y'all bet this city's on fire for everything that's spooky. Now, I love a good movie. I love a good meal as well. So our sponsor today, I'm just joking, we don't have a sponsor. But I was trying to say, I'm comparing a good movie to a good meal. A good meal will do good for your body, and you'll be like, man, I want to eat that again, right? Well, good horror movies are like, damn, that was a good movie, I want to watch it again. Or you spend years of your life breaking it down. I'm talking to you, Hereditary. I'm talking to you, Hereditary. But then there are horror movies that are just like fast food. They're junk food. You eat it, you're like, oh, that was good. And then a couple of days later, you're just like, man, that was bad. Like, oh man, I feel sluggish. I feel lazy. It's not good. The writing was bad. All this stuff. It's what I feel horror movies are today. It's just junk food. Talking to you, Megan. Talking to you, Megan.
What are you doing?
Now, to be fair, there are great movies that have come out in the last decade, you can say. And I keep on forgetting we're in 2024, so maybe even before the decade. But Insidious, in my opinion, is a good horror movie. The Conjuring is an amazing horror movie, and just recently, Talk to Me, another good horror movie. So go check those out. But today we're gonna talk about horror movies that I saw growing up that have really messed me up. Now, before I begin, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel, go grab something to drink, go grab something to eat, and let's have a spooky good time. You know, I don't drink coffee anymore. I just drink full-on pre-workout so I can just die a little before I go to the gym. So, hey man, this is for a good filming session, a good gym sesh. Pet Sematary, the 1989 version, in my opinion, is a classic horror movie that is based off a Stephen King novel by the same name, Pet Sematary. This is also the first horror movie I remember watching as a kid. I was 5 years old. My brother was hanging out with his friend, and his friend invited me and my brother to go watch movies at his house, and it was like a family night, I guess. Little did I know, these people are freaking watching Pet Sematary, and I was like, oh, this is about a pet, and how, you know, all dogs go to heaven. That's what I thought it was about. Nope, it's about a demonic cemetery, a demonic burial ground that brings people from the dead. Yep, that's what it was about. Kidding aside, the movie is about the Creed family that goes from Chicago to Ludlow, Maine, because the father, Lewis, is a doctor, a physician, and he takes a local job there. Now, they become friends with Judd, who is the local old man there, and he has a bunch of stories. He shows them around, shows them the Pet Cemetery, which the Pet Cemetery is spelled by a different way. It's spelled differently, which I'll get to later. The family goes on a trip for Thanksgiving. They come back, their cat, Church, is killed. It's dead. It got ran over because in the front yard, there's this road where trucks, semi-trucks, come and go. Devastated, Lewis is like, man, my daughter's not gonna handle the death of our cat. You know, the daughter's already very upset, and you know, poor kids. You know, I had a cat for 15 years, and when it died, it messed me up, and I was already like 24, 25. With that being said, Judd was like, yo, I'll show you a place where you can bury your cat, but don't tell nobody about it.
Whose burial ground?
Make my Indians. I brought you here to bury Ellen's cat.
So he goes, shows him this Indian burial ground, bury the cat comes back the very next day, even more demonic than how cats normally are. And this is coming from a cat lover. I love cats. I've had cats most of my life, if not more than half of my life. And let me tell you this, cats are weird, they're demonic, they're amazing, they're beautiful, but if my cat dies, I'm not bringing it back. I don't want to bring it back. It's gonna be even more crazy. As is, I already feel like they want to kill me. Why do I want to bring my cat back from the dead? Sometime after this, the family's having a picnic, they're playing around, there's kites, there's all these things. The little boy Gage goes and plays, and the kite goes, and he's chasing after the kite. The father is like, oh no, my son. And then the father's running after the kid. Father trips, kid goes onto the road, and boom, splat. 1,000 pieces. The kid is killed by a truck, a semi-truck. Devastated, the father wants to take the kid to the burial ground to bring him back from the dead. And Judd is telling him no, and there's so many things that are happening.
You're thinking of putting him up there. Don't deny the thought hadn't crossed your mind, Lois.
And that's pretty much the synopsis of the movie. Y'all need to go watch this movie right now. Stephen King himself has mentioned that this is one of his most horrifying novels he has ever written, because something similar almost happened to his son when he was a young boy and Stephen was a young father. So he considers this movie the most horrifying book he's ever written because it is close to home, which sucks, which is scary. While I was getting my English degree though, we did study a lot of words that were misspelled on purpose because it's poking fun of the fact of something. In the book of The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, civilization is spelled with an S instead of a C, poking fun of that people are not civilized. As much as they want to be civilized, they're not civilized. And that's why it's misspelled, is making fun of the fact that they think they're civilized. Same with Pet Sematary. Cemetery is misspelled to poke fun of the fact of, hey, people should be staying dead, right? Then why are they coming back from the dead? Which I think is a beautiful, poetic, artistic choice. Anyways, go watch this movie. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. It's one of my favorites. Movie number 2 that has traumatized me so much is The Blair Witch Project. Simply because I was at the ripe age when the internet was very young and things were being promoted via the internet, or they were just starting to get promoted on the internet. And not only that, there was really no viral found footage ever created. Now, I did a movie about the Blair Witch Project around spooky season last year, and that video blew up and it kind of pushed my channel to what it is now. I did a deep dive explaining the Blair Witch Project and why I think it's a darker movie than what it seems. So go watch that video. I go very in depth. I'll leave it in the comment section down below or in the description. Just go check it out. But I'll tell you guys this, the internet was very young. It's, in my opinion, the first viral movie ever.
I just want to apologize to Mike's mom and Josh's mom and my mom. I am so sorry, because it is my fault, because it was my project.
Found footage viral movie, period. Now people are like, oh, but there was cannibal holocaust, there was cannibal holocaust. I know what cannibal holocaust is and what it did, and it was probably it still is a super controversial movie, but it didn't go viral because internet was non-existent. It was only word of mouth, which you can say, yeah, that's the greatest promotion, but it didn't work in his favor. It worked against them. Compared to the Blair Witch Project, I was there when it was promoted on TV, on the internet. I was there going to school, being driven to school, where I would see the lines of this theater close to my school go around the block because people were they were just going in droves to go watch this movie. I would go to school around 7:30 a.m. and I'll leave around 5 p.m. I was there for daycare and after school programs, and there will still be lines outside this movie theater. So you can't tell me this is not the first viral horror movie ever. With that being said, the movie is about 3 film students that go and explore the legend of the Blair Witch Project. The students go to Burkittsville, Maryland. There's something about the East Coast. I'm just saying, if I want to film something spooky or go die or go disappear, the East Coast, just saying. And the movie that we see is the footage that we actually found after their disappearance. Now, for many years, we believed this movie was real, but in reality, it's not. It's a found footage movie. The actors are alive. They're kicking it. The director's alive. They're kicking it. It's great.
It's called the Blair Witch Project.
Right.
And what they did is they brought the 3 of us actors, Michael Williams, Joshua Leonard, and myself, to Maryland.
We never get to see the witch in the movie, but there is a reason why. Most people think it's because it was written to never expose or show the witch, but in reality it was more of a technical error. There's a moment in the movie where they're in the tent and they're being tormented in the tent and they run out. Everybody's running out and you hear one of the characters scream, "What the hell is that? What the hell is that?" That precise moment, the cameragrapher had to turn to its left to show a woman in white kind of like just going crazy on top of a hill. and then pan back to what is the running. But because of the cameragrapher was so scared actually that he forgot to pan the camera, but they saw what was there, and we never get to see the witch, which I think worked in favor of this movie, and hence why it's one of the greatest, in my opinion, horror movies of all time. And the older I've gotten, honestly, this movie has just been climbing up on the ladder of my favorite horror movies of all time. Such a good movie. I love it so much. I wish I was at least in my 20s when this movie came out so I can go experience this movie in the movie theater with friends and just you know, it's just one of those things I can never live in my life, but I'm glad that I was able to watch it when I was 9 years old in my couch. Thank you, Hollywood Videos. I really hope you're enjoying this video so far. We have one more movie to talk about, but before I continue, I just want to say again, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to his YouTube channel, and let me know what you guys think of these first two movies we have talked about. Also, go give my friends at Major Crimes Division a like, a follow on their Instagram. They have great spooky merch. Again, I'm not endorsed by them, I'm not sponsored by them, I just want to support a small business. Go check them out. Last movie I do want to talk about is The Ring, the 2002 American version. Now, I'm gonna say this right now. I wrote this in the last of my notes, but I'm gonna put it in the front of my notes. And that is, yes, there's a 1998 original Japanese version called Ringu, which is a great horror movie. But my unpopular opinion goes like this. I think the American version is better. Wait, before you kill me, wait. And the reason is because culturally, I can relate to the American version more than the Japanese version. And I know you're probably gonna kill me in the comment section down below, so be nice. But I understand why some people and why everyone probably prefers the Japanese version, which is totally fine. But I do feel as a movie aspect, the American version is better. Sorry, don't kill me, I guess, you know? Now, what is this movie about? I can say it in 2 sentences. Little girl is weird, parents kill little girl curses film. Let's go home. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to the... No, but in reality, this is a great horror movie. The movie pretty much starts off with 2 young girls talking about a cursed film and about if you watch it, you'll die in 7 days. Turns out one of the girls did watch this movie and it's her 7th day and boom, she dies.
It really is a tape.
Turns out that the mother has a sister who's a journalist. The mother tells the sister, hey, can you like investigate what happened to my daughter? What's going on? What the heck is going on? Turns out if you watch this film, you will die in 7 days.
I saw her face.
The journalist watches it. She's cursed. She gets a phone call, ring, ring, 7 days. And you're just like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. The mother or the journalist apparently has a son, leaves the film there laying there, and the kid watches it and he's cursed to ring a ring 7 days. So now we're a race against time to discover what happened to this cursed film, or why this cursed film happened, what's the history behind it, so on and so forth. Turns out that there's this very crazy, creepy girl named Samara, and she cursed the film because her mom tried to kill her, and she fell in the lake and she survived 7 days, and she's weird and she cursed the film, and everybody that watches the film will die because she's mad. She's mad at everybody, pretty much. Which I love so much. No other movie has been able to do what it did, especially that 2002 time frame where everything is more technological, everything's more internet, everything's more this and that. And there's the scene where Samara just climbs out of the freaking TV all wet and grimy. Oh, such a great movie. Out of all these movies we spoke today, I think this is the one you should go watch right now, simply because it is probably the most modern horror movie, and I think it still holds up very well. Oh my God, this scared me. Okay, Amber Alert. Wow, I did not expect an Amber Alert to happen right now as we were filming. I got scared, I jumped. Sorry, Samara, didn't mean to talk crap about you. Woo! Oh, it's a test. Oh wow, thank you, South Bay. It's a test. It's not even Amber Alert. Thank you. The Ring has been satired so many times. But go check out The Ring right now. It is a creepy good movie. It is scary. It is eerie. It will mess you up. The freaking cursed film is done so well. It is there's a part in the cursed film where the finger goes through a nail, or the nail goes through a finger, or the nail goes through a finger to take off the nail. It's so weird. It's just ugh. And the jump scares of this movie, or at least the faces that all these people have after seeing The Ring or seeing Samara, is just damn so freaking creepy. Y'all need to go check out this movie. What do y'all think of these movies? Have you seen any of them? Do you think they're considered great, scary, spooky? All three of these movies have done something in my life, and that is really marked me. Seriously, like these three horror movies have marked me, and I love the fact that I was able to experience all three of these movies at a time frame where I was young enough to absorb, but also old enough to be like, damn, it's gonna mark me forever. Do you have some horror movies that have messed you up? Put it in the comment section down below. If you want a part 2, let me know. I have so many more horror movies I can talk about. This is actually the first, I guess, countdown video I've done. So let me know if you like it, if you like this type of videos that I'm making. Anyways, love you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell. God bless, be safe, stay spooky, and yeah, go careful with those cursed films. All right, peace out.